Hello everybody, this is Terry. I'd like to play this video for you, and while you're watching it, I want you to all remember what Maxine Waters said. And but we all know what this is about. We all know that this is about Brett Kavanaugh and the reason why the people are doing what they're doing to Ted Cruz. But the thing about it is, if this was my restaurant and I had somebody like Ted Cruz or anybody that would walk into my restaurant and anybody would start something like these people started, I would be calling the police and having these left-wing maniac nuts removed from my restaurant. You know, I don't care. I have the right to refuse to serve anybody. And these left-wing nuts do not need to be served. If it was my restaurant, they'd be kicked to the curb in a heartbeat. They would not be yelling and screaming at another patron in my restaurant and chanting, "We believe survivors." So I'm going to play this video for you, and let's see what you have to say about it by making your comments and giving me thumbs up on this video.
We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors!
Beto is way hotter than you do!
We believe survivors!
We believe survivors!
God bless you! We believe survivors!
God bless you!
Excuse me, let my wife through.
We believe survivors! For God,
we believe survivors! 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 Sexist, racist, anti-gay! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors!
Leave the premises. This is a private space.
How many of you support Kavanaugh?
Ted Cruz and Brett Kavanaugh are best friends!
Vote no on Kavanaugh!
Vote no on Kavanaugh! Cancel Kavanaugh for women's rights, for rights of every marginalized community!
You mean Kavanaugh?
Now, with that being said, with what these people are talking about, you know, it's just like what that, just like what was put up there at the end. Evidence not required. There's no evidence of what's going on with Brett Kavanaugh, but like I said in my opening statement, if this was my restaurant and Ted Cruz and his wife, or any of them, I don't care who it would be, any of them, of the Republicans, if they'd walk into my restaurant and people started acting that way, the first thing I would do is I would call the police and have the other parties thrown out for causing a ruckus. I would not make the people like Ted Cruz or any of them leave, because they're not causing a ruckus. Who's causing a ruckus is these left-wing nuts that are chanting, "We believe survivors." Now, the thing about it is, when you don't have enough evidence, you know, that's just like if you were in regular court. If they would have to go and take this up in front of a regular judge in any court, I don't care, wherever, in any state, this would not hold water. They would dismiss the case and there would be no case. One thing, because lack of evidence. I mean, nobody knows, and they're saying, oh, this. The Democrats are just making this out to be a stall tactic, just like the president said, a con game, you know, to keep from getting Brett Kavanaugh to being a Supreme Court justice, is all this is doing. And they'll do anything that they can in their power to keep it from happening. And of course, the left-wing nuts, as I like to call them, will do anything in their power if they see any Republican people, like Ted Cruz, or when they saw Mr. Huckabee's daughter out there, Sarah Sanders Huckabee, when they saw her eating at that restaurant, or the other lady and her husband when they were out eating and they disrupted her. You know, if I owned any of those restaurants, I would be throwing those other people out by the scruff of the necks. I'd be calling the police and saying, hey, these people are causing a ruckus. I want all of them cleared out of here. Every last one of them. You know, that's not right for a person to treat another person that way. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican. It's just not right. They're a human being just like you and I are. They don't need to be treated this way like they're dogs. You know, and I don't appreciate it. You know, and if I saw something like this, I would definitely be getting up in somebody else's face. You know, because I don't stand for it. You know, yeah, maybe I might be a Republican, but I'm not going to stand for somebody hollering and yelling and screaming stuff like this at another person. You know, I'll take up for the other person because I know it's wrong. And what they're doing to Brett Kavanaugh is wrong. And if anybody sees it any other way, they're stupid and they're ignorant. I'm sorry to say. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out what they're trying to do to Judge Brett Kavanaugh. I mean, it's just totally wrong. This woman comes back from 35 to 36 years ago and says what she says, and then other people come up and say what they have to say, and it's basically the same thing. No witnesses, no evidence, no nothing. You know, and you got these left-wingers and all these other people climbing on board believing the Democrats. The Democrats are good liars, people. I mean, anybody that has any common sense or even has a friggin' brain has been watching the news and listening to both sides of the story and listening, you know, to way she described, Miss Ford described how it happened. I mean, anybody can tell that it's nothing but a made-up damn story. And like I said, you put that in any friggin' a courthouse or any courtroom, and the judge would throw it out. You know, and I can't understand why they're even having this procedure, that it's wasting time. But after they have it, I hope the Republicans, when it comes Friday, after they have this hearing Thursday, I hope they have an immediate vote to get Judge Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court, onto the Supreme Court as a Supreme Court justice. That's all I want, because the man deserves it. He did not do what these people are saying that he did. So, with that being said, watch this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment or two on it, and we'll see you all later.